So because Mr. Shields has caught me out a few times doing random stuff, mainly crotch shots, which I'm not going to go into. You can make your own mind up about that. I thought I'd play a wee trick and ask Mr. Shields if he'd bring a wooden spoon along to today's filming for no reason whatsoever. He says, I don't have a spoon, but I've got a, what did you say, a ladle? I've got a green ladle though.
I said ladle, actually, it's a spoon, right?
It's a spoon, yeah. And did you bring it, Mr. Shields?
It's not often that Mr. Shields is rather annoyed. So I get in, I'm all excited, I'm like, will this do? Do I actually need masking tape as well? I thought he was joking. I was like, are we going to tie up Holly?
Well, I thought it's more believable if I asked for a second thing and something that you've maybe already got. I thought he's got masking tape in his bag.
I thought you were planning on green screen and stuff. We're going to walk with these and you're going to put something in his place.
That's funny.
That's another joke. I went back upstairs for that, mate.
You deserve that for the crotch shots.
I'll let the audience decide whether I deserve it. A spoon and mask. I went back upstairs for that. I'm going to go back upstairs. I'm going to get you a Milky Bar, but I'm not getting you one now. I'm going to leave the door open so you get cold as well.
Oh man. He did deserve that. 100% deserved that, because he got me a few times with a few random stuff. Not like, so I thought, I'm just going to ask him for a wooden spoon. Why not, eh? Anyway, today's going to be fun.
So we would make an arse of ourselves.
So we would make an arse of ourselves. We've done that plenty of times. It's funny, in the early days, we used to record, re-record, re-record, and re-record all our videos because we want them to be perfect. And we're like, no, we can't put this out to the world because I fumbled the word, or you know, you said too much. Sausage. Yeah, that's a good example. Still have no idea to this day what rap said, but it sounded when I was editing it like sausage.
Yeah, that's funny. Hopefully we still got that clip and put it in, right?
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Robert with the Yanis Challenge. This week it's called the Mayweather, so we're going to utilise press-ups and arm curls to look at shoulders and... Hi everyone, Stephen here with another Yanis health hack. Today I want to talk about coffee. Because I get asked almost on a daily basis whether coffee is actually good for you or not, because there's mixed reviews and there's constantly another story in the media. So
we've all made an arse ourselves at some point. You've done something where you wake up the next day, you're like, whoa, and you cringe. And whenever anyone brings it back up for whatever reason, you're like, oh, please don't talk about that. You can feel you just want to pull your skin off and hide and run away. We've all done it, and the message we're trying to give today is don't dwell on it. Just laugh at it. It's too funny, right? I mean, well, the classic one. But me with cars, I don't really give monkeys about cars. I never have. And the very first time I had a car with alloy wheels, I went and picked the car up, and I'm driving up. It was a lovely leather interior, nice, it was clean. Everything was spotless about the car. So I'm driving up the road all the way up from Sunderland of all places, and stop at a gas station, petrol station. And when I get back in, I'm noticing this what looked like a metal paperweight just sitting there, and I'm like, it just seemed out of place in amongst this pristine leather sporty car. I was like, yeah, what the hell? So I'm driving, and I was like, I should have put it in a bin, shouldn't have thrown it out at all actually, out of the window, whatever, right? Anyway, 2 months later, 3 months later, I had to get new tyres sorted. Put the car in, and just get a phone call from me. It's like, Rab, where's your lock and wheel nut key? I was like, what's that? And you got to remember, I never had alloy wheels. That was my second car. My first car just had these crummy little hubcaps. I was like, what's that? He says it's a special lock to prevent anyone just stealing it.
it looks like a little metal paperweight.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, does it look like a bit of a paperweight? He's like, I suppose it does. I was like, yeah, I've lost it. And he's like, and it was quite an expense. I had to then pay a garage to snap them all off. I then had to buy a fresh set from the brand. It cost me about £300 or £400. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
It was funny because we were chatting before this video went. We started recording the video, And I was thinking, my memory is not the best for remembering specific situations, but actually as soon as we started saying like, when you start cringing, I'm like, oh my god, I remember like this. I've never told anybody else this story ever. There's only one other person who knows it, and that was the girl that I was with at the time. It wasn't my wife at the moment. So
I'm cringing for you.
So I used to have a flat, and the neighbour downstairs, he was blaring his music all the time, and it was always on a Wednesday night. Actually, it was the worst. Wednesday, I don't know why a Wednesday night. So I used to like bang on his door, and eventually would come. There was one day I was like bang, bang, bang. He didn't come at all. I was like banging so hard, I actually banged the door open. I was like, oh shit, and he still wasn't there. And eventually he came. I was like, look, can you turn the music down? Yeah, that's not another. Anyway, we then had this bit of a gripe going, and then if I was walking too loudly, because he was below me, can I complain about that? Anyway, there was just one day. There was one day when I was with this girl, and she said, "Do you want to do a face mask?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do a face mask with you." So I had this full face mask on, and obviously being like a man's man, right? So I've got this full face, like my face is white. All of a sudden, there was this bang on the door, and I was like, "Who's that?" And the girl had already washed her off, and I was like, "You're going to have to answer the door." She was like, it's your man in. It was the guy from downstairs. I was like, no way! I can't confront this guy. I was like, I wanted to have this face to face with him. I was like, no! So I was like, desperately trying to wash my face off while she was like dealing. And I was actually quite embarrassed. I was like, obviously the guy thing to do is to deal with these situations. And the girl was there, well, he's just in the toilet at the moment, and he'll be with you soon. I'm like, anyway, with the laugh at that situation.
I think though, I've got another two. I've been an arse myself so many times. When I did junior bodybuilding way back in the day, I was at the end of the show, I was tired, and you were going round and there was a different supplement stands. And to buy proteins and whatever else, and there was this massive guy sitting there, and I was aware that he was signing things for people, I didn't really pay attention. Anyway, on the wall was, I forget the name of the bodybuilder, but he was huge, and he was, on the wall was him and his trunks looking massive. So I'm buying my protein, and I was like, nah, he's here today, isn't he? Put it in for the I realised that was and he sort of looked at me and didn't obviously quite hear what I said, and I was like, I'll just up that please, yeah. I looked at me like, oh shit.
Well, you finished this little segment with me saying Arkansas. We used to do live feeds to YouTube all the time, and we said, oh, where are you from? And this person said Arkansas, and I was like, oh, that person's from Arkansas.
Live on air.
Live on air. And Rob was like,
I just let him sing his own shit because I knew it was Arkansas. Only because I love the NFL, right?
So anyway, the point of today's video is to be able to laugh at yourself, no matter how much you've messed up. And we've given a couple of silly examples. Sometimes they're really, really embarrassing situations that you can't do anything about. The best thing you can do is just show some humility. Just say, do you know what? I'm human. Yeah, make mistakes.
There's that old saying they say, are people laughing at you or with you? But that goes for yourself. Are you laughing at yourself? Or you know what? If the people around you, laugh with yourself.
Yeah.
If they're laughing at something you've done, laugh with them. What the hell, right? Because we can't change it.
Yeah, exactly. Now this would actually come with a slight caveat, because actually there's a lot of people who are guilty of actively taking the piss out of themselves, actively making fun of themselves, and that can be actually detrimental to your mindset when you're constantly talking yourself down, telling people that you're silly, telling people that you're this, that and the other, and sometimes it is a defence mechanism. In those situations we would say that's not a good thing, but if you naturally make a mistake, don't dwell on it, don't take it too seriously, just laugh it off and humanise yourself.
And book a ticket to Arkansas.
Yeah, we should go to Arkansas and see that bodybuilder.
Yeah, I'm like, he's here today. So if you have a funny story to tell, and if you're willing to share it when you've made an arse of yourself, and it's really cringeworthy, and as short as words as possible, pop it in the comments below.
Please don't leave us an essay. Just leave us a couple of sentences, very short paragraph, tell us your embarrassing stories, and humanise yourself. You'll feel much better for actually getting it out there, and we can all have a laugh at your expense.
And then because you've been brave enough to put it out there, you must be ready to have a laugh too, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And if you do see funny stories in the comments, make sure you like the funny stories, because it'll make us feel better that it is funny, right?
Yeah, yeah. Read other people's stories
And like them as well.
Like them, comment them, whatever.
Yeah.